Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. I'm going to put a Volquartsen, firing pin and extractor into my Mark II. I've been getting a little bit of a failure to eject on it, and I've already replaced the recoil spring. That's another video. Please look it up. This one is just on the firing pin and the extractor, which is also supposed to help overall with that issue. And there are some other videos. Check them out. This is just mine. So first thing is to take the gun apart. I've got some other videos on how to take it apart for cleaning. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of taking it apart here and a little bit of putting it back together. Basically, you've got to grab this pin. I just use my fingernail like that. I'm doing this one-handed. Pretty cool, huh? And I'm gonna need two-handed. I'm gonna have to pull that out and down to get this pin down. Okay, first thing I skipped, should have put it in there. Make your gun safe. Nothing in the chamber. No magazine. No live ammo near you at all. It has to be in the fire position, safety in the fire position, and pull the trigger. And then this will come right out, and then this will come right out. So, put those out of the way. First thing we're going to take, this is my new Volquartsen recoil spring. I'm going to take that out. You just kind of lift it out. I'm going to use two hands. You can take and put a little pressure on the firing pin against the spring and take a pick or a punch or whatever you can find that'll fit in the hole and push that pin all the way out. Hold the firing pin so it doesn't go flying, and then the firing pin will fall right out. Okay, that's firing pin and the firing pin spring. Spring is small, don't lose it. Okay, the extractor has a plunger spring loaded right there. Tip of my pick is on that. You're going to push that back and then grab the extractor with your fingers and lift it out. So here's a little froggy tip that you don't see in most of the other videos. This is my bench block. You should have one. I took some tape and I taped it down so that it kind of holds it in place. The bench block didn't actually have a slot or a carved out piece that would hold this specific bolt. I mean, what are the odds, right? There's so many different pistols and bolts and everything, but this works. Just hold it in place so that you can get your pin in there, retract that plunger that's spring loaded, and then you're going to lift this out. I'm going to use some small needle nose. I'm going to need two hands here, but I'm describing exactly what you're going to do. Okay, so this might take a few tries. It took me a few tries, but you've got to get this plunger back way as far as it'll go against that spring. And I'm not going to push it way back, but I'm going to show you with the pick. It's got to go way back to there. Okay, because you have to clear the extractor. So it's pushing up against the extractor there, but you got to retract it way back to there, you know, so this part can come out. It'll take you 2-3 tries. Just don't let that spring go flying. Once you get it back, hold it back with your hand, and then take your pliers or your fingers, if you can do it with your fingertips, and just lift the extractor like kind of up and out, like up and out, or straight up if you can do straight up, because that other little squared off piece is still going to be down in a channel where it's been machined, a little channel in there. So mostly up like that. Okay, now before we start going all back together, you might want to compare the old firing pin with the new one. I think this one is supposed to be machined and this one is stamped. So machining's a little bit better. You can see, you can see the end of it is a little bigger and squared off and nice just to hit the rim on that 22 cartridge. And for the extractor, I don't know if the old one is stamped or machined. I'm not sure. Put it down in the comments if you want to. And I'm not really sure I even had a problem with the old extractor. But this new one is supposed to be just a little, within tenths of a millimeter more precision. That's what they say, and I think that's a little bit true. So, old one, new one, okay? Clean up the spring area and the plunger area. It's not that often that you're going to take it apart this far. It shouldn't be really very dirty in there, but give it a little cleaning and a little lubing anyway. There, Froggy took it out so you could see it. Okay. Now, you notice there's a flat on the end of that. Whoops, sorry. So that flat is going to go like that. So if you take this out, make sure it goes back in and the flat is lined up correctly for the extract. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I'm looking at what I'm doing and not looking at where I'm holding the camera. So like that, okay? That's how it's got to go. So this is what you're going to clean up a little bit. This is what Froggy's using lately from KG Industries. That's a solvent degreaser and a gun oil that I've been using. So I'm showing you the orientation of the flat is fitting onto that there, and then the extractor actually is 180 degrees wrong. Let me fix that. Okay, there you go. See, the claw, let me get my pick. The claw wants to be facing in towards the center of the bolt. The flat onto the flat to flat right there. And then this whole thing is going to slide in right there. Going to slide in there. Put a little lube on it. Just a little, don't overdo it. Okay, wish I could have showed you that. Maybe one of these days I'll get a little better setup with a tripod or something, but I'm really over describing it to you so you know how to do it. So you're going to use the extractor to push the plunger and the spring in, right? And as that goes in, you're going to have your finger on top of there, and that's going to push that part of the extractor down into its little channel where it goes, and it's going to end up like that. And move it with your finger, make sure it moves all the way like that. And if it doesn't look like that, you've got that flat pointed the wrong way. Okay? It wouldn't work like that. Okay? So that's it on the extractor. You can get the new firing pin in. Now I'm showing you the orientation of the bolt, the firing pin, and the firing pin spring. It's got a little angle on the metal part that's not the spring part. It's going to go down. It's going to drop into that channel. Make sure the angle goes down. And then you're going to slide the firing pin and compress the spring that's down in the channel. And then you're going to slide your pin back through. You'll have to put some tension on there against the spring. Here's a little shot of the spring laying down in there the way it should. Okay, now I'm going to slide the firing pin up against that. Okay, like that. So I slid that pin back in. Should slide in nice and easy. So make sure you have tension there. See it moving like it was striking the rim fire, and tension there like it was grabbing around the rim of the rim fire, ready to extract it. That's pretty much it. Put this piece back on, like so. I need two hands to get it down on there. Oh, maybe I can do it one-handed. Okay, I got lucky. Make sure it's even on both sides, okay? Put some lube on there. So stick your little finger in and make sure that your trigger is all the way down. Firing, safety's on fire, and also make sure that your lock back is down. Sometimes it has a way of creeping up a little bit, so make sure that's down. If the bolt goes in right about there and stops, make sure this lock is down. So pay attention to this. This is the magic key to this whole thing. The strut is that shiny looking thing right in the middle of your screen. You see the strut? That moves around pretty freely. It has to be ready to go into that area of the mainspring housing, right there where my thumb is touching. You see how it's ready to go in there? There. See, it's ready to go in? It's lined up. And you close it like that. And if you feel tension, see that little tension right there? If you don't feel that, you did it wrong. You've got that strut wrong. If you feel that tension, then you snap that closed, then you're good to go. Whoops, I'm sorry, I'm doing this one-handed as always, but you should be able to pull a slide back. Sorry. Just trying to demonstrate. There. Slide goes all the way back. That means it's good. If the slide only comes out about an inch, you did it wrong. Okay? Give me a thumbs up or a like if this helps you out. Subscribe to the channel if you want more from Froggy. Ring the bell if you want notification. Be safe. Have fun. Froggy out. Try this stuff. I'll put a link. Bye.